My name is Lauren, and I am the manager of marketing and public relations for Goodwill Industries of Kentucky. I am going to be talking about my journey with mental health. I experienced a traumatic event, and I did my best to go about my days as if nothing had happened because I wanted to prove that I was strong, and that ended up coming back to haunt me and resulted in me suffering a panic attack that happened in my office at work. I had never experienced a panic attack before. I did not know what was happening when I started losing feeling in my hands and eventually the ability to breathe. And I quite literally felt like I was dying. I would spend the next 33 days off work recovering from this mental episode. The panic attack and the time off work happened to come the day before a huge press conference that we were hosting, and I was responsible for putting together more than 100 media packets. I wrestled with a lot of guilt and a lot of shame because I was off work and was not really doing anything productive at home, and I felt like I was being selfish to my team. That is something that I worked on with my therapist diligently, and she kept reminding me that I needed to rest my brain the same way that somebody in a car wreck would rest their body. While that rest was necessary for my recovery, eventually staying home and not working was becoming detrimental to my mental health. My days did not have purpose. I did not have purpose, and I so badly wanted to return back to work. And so I would work on returning back to my office outside of office hours to make sure that I was emotionally and physically capable of handling it. Irrationally, I was terrified that people were going to ask me questions about why I was off work for so long. That obviously did not happen. My team was super supportive and welcomed me back with open arms, as did my supervisor. I've been with my therapist for a little over 2 years, and I would say at least for the first year, I hated going to therapy. Going to therapy now, 2+ years in, is something that I can genuinely say that I thoroughly enjoy. There can be stigma around therapy, and I think that we should do our best as society to squash that stigma. When I was going through this life experience, I was so terrified that I was becoming a burden to my family and friends, an inconvenience. I was so terrified that they were getting so sick of hearing about my problems. But in therapy, you have a safe space to talk about your problems, and everybody deserves to hear from an objective third party who has professional experience to give you the tools that you need. The support that I received, especially from our HR team, did not go unnoticed. They would call me just to check on me. And then when I finally did return to work, my supervisor worked on adapting my role to better meet my needs and my emotional health. And I just feel so blessed and so thankful to work for an employer who was so willing to work with me.